Hello everyone, now let's continue with the story of One Piece. In this episode, Luffy's crew agrees to take Wednesday and Mr. Nine to Whiskey Peak Island, which is the first island they must go to in the Grand Line. In the Grand Line, the weather is wildly unpredictable. One moment the sky is hot and sunny, and a few hours later, it suddenly starts snowing. But no matter what, Luffy never worries. He only knows how to have fun, making a snowman with Usopp. As they play, they start fighting and chasing each other like little kids. As for Sandy, he's busy shoveling snow to impress Nami. He'll do anything she asks, as long as it makes her happy. A little later, their ship runs into a storm, and everyone on board scrambles to do their jobs, except for Zoro, who is sleeping and unaware. After the storm passes, Zoro wakes up and sees everyone else is still asleep. He scolds them, saying, "Geez, you guys are such heavy sleepers. The sun is up and you're not awake yet." And when Wednesday and Mr. Nine wake up, Zoro goes to playfully chat with them. Zoro says that their names sound strange, as if he's heard them somewhere before. As he says this, Nami comes and hits him on the head a few times, leaving bumps the size of oranges because he was sound asleep while everyone was working. Not long after, they arrive at Whiskey Peak. The landscape of the island, seen from a distance, is filled with giant, round, strange-looking cacti unlike anything they've ever seen. As the ship nears the shore, Mr. Nine and Wednesday say goodbye to them, jump into the water, and swim ahead. However, Luffy doesn't care. He thinks they should just continue on their journey, but Nami tells them they have to rest on the island for a while so the log poles can lock onto the island's magnetic field before they can move on. With no other choice, they slowly sail towards a place to dock. They see many human silhouettes and prepare for a fight, but as they get closer, all those silhouettes turn out to be the townspeople who have come to welcome them. All the townspeople shout to them, "Welcome, brave heroes of the sea." This means they consider pirates to be brave heroes or champions. When the ship docks, the mayor of Whiskey Peak comes to greet them with the warmest welcome. The mayor tells them that Whiskey Peak is famous for its liquor and music, and he tells his people to prepare a feast to welcome Luffy's crew. The party that night is a grand affair. Luffy's crew eats and drinks without a care in the world. Luffy is still Luffy, only thinking about eating. Sanji is no different, only thinking about girls. As for Usopp, he's telling his grand, boastful stories. Meanwhile, the mayor approaches Nami and Zoro because he sees they aren't eating much. He asks Nami if she wants to have a drinking contest. Nami refuses, saying, "No thanks, I'm fine just watching." "Come on, join in. The winner gets 10,000 bully." "Throw me one." At that moment, Nami not only joins the contest herself but also drags Zoro in to compete with her. After drinking 18 mugs, Nami is ultimately the winner of the contest. That night, they all get drunk and pass out. No one can get up. Later that same night, the mayor meets with his group, which includes Wednesday and Mr. Nine. The other muscular woman is named Monday. In reality, all the people in this town are bounty hunters who capture pirates for money. In their discussion, they decide to capture Luffy's crew alive and turn them over to the government to avoid losing a percentage of the bounty. If they kill Luffy's crew, the government will deduct 30%. After they decide this, before they can even act, Zoro arrives at their location. At the same time, over 100 bounty hunters also arrive. As a reminder, Zoro also used to be a bounty hunter, which is why he knows that everyone in this town is a bounty hunter. And because its members hide their real names and use code names like Wednesday and Mr. Nine, Zoro realizes their group is called Baroque Works. When Zoro figures out their secret, the mayor, also known as Mr. 8, decides he can't let Zoro live. At that point, the group of over 100 people tries to eliminate Zoro, but it's very difficult because Zoro is fast and his fighting skills are superior. Turning to the other members of Luffy's crew, they are all passed out drunk. Even if someone steps on them, they don't wake up. At that moment, only Nami is pretending to be asleep. Because she is smart, she figured out that the people in this town are not good and want to steal their treasure. Back to Zoro, after he takes down many of the bounty hunters chasing him, a child tries to attack him from behind, but he senses it first. Then, a nun comes and begs Zoro not to harm the child, which is actually a trick. But unfortunately for them, they can't do anything to Zoro. After that, Zoro fights the muscular woman named Monday. During the fight, Monday grabs Zoro, slams him to the ground, and adds another punch. Seeing this, the mayor thinks Zoro has been taken care of, but that's not the case. A moment later, Zoro gets back up and grabs Monday by the head, knocking her unconscious. Now, they finally realize just how strong Zoro is. Mr. Nine and Wednesday speculate that Zoro is probably the captain of their crew, not the goofy Luffy. After that, it's their turn to deal with Zoro personally. Mr. 8 has a saxophone that serves as a weapon, capable of firing projectiles like a gun. As for Mr. 9 weapons, they are two baseball bats that don't seem particularly impressive. And Miss Wednesday has a duck named Karu as her assistant. At that moment, Wednesday uses perfume and a dance to mesmerize Zoro, making his knees weak. Then she uses her special weapon, which she calls the Peacock Sasher, to rush at him. However, her duck, Karu, runs in the wrong direction, causing them both to jump off the building. The fight continues, and Mr. Nine manages to entangle Zoro's hands with a chain. Wednesday then grabs Luffy as a hostage, forcing Zoro to surrender. At that moment, Mr. 8 arrives and uses the guns hidden in his hair, firing them towards Zoro. And just then, to protect himself, Zoro pulls Mr. 9 in front of him to take the bullets. After that, Zoro swings Mr. 9, sending him crashing into Wednesday as well. Finally, Zoro uses Luffy as a stepping stone to jump and defeat Mr. 8. A little later, 2 more members of Baroque Works arrive on the scene. Of the 2, the woman's name is Valentine, and the man's name is Mr. 5, which means number 5. In the Baroque Works group, they don't use their real names, they use code names. Their big boss is Mr. 0, followed by Mr. 1, Mr. 2, and so on. The lower the number, the stronger they are, which means Mr. 5 is stronger than Mr. 8 and Mr. 9. The reason Valentine and Mr. 5 came to meet them now is because they know there's a traitor in their group, and that traitor is Miss Wednesday, whose real name is Princess Vivi from the Kingdom of Alabasta. After the secret is revealed, they clash. Mr. 8 and Mr. 9 try to protect Princess Vivi but are no match for Valentine and Mr. 5. This is because both of them had eaten special devil fruits. Mr. 5's special ability is that he can turn any part of his body into an explosive. He can even use his boogers to detonate and take care of Mr. 9. At that point, cornered, Mr. 8, whose real name is Igaram, begged Zoro to protect Princess Vivi and help bring her back to Alabasta, promising him a reward. Zoro doesn't agree, but Nami arrives and decides for her crew that they will accept the deal. She then immediately orders Zoro to get to work, and no matter how much Zoro argues, he can't win against Nami because he owes her money. While they are arguing, Luffy wakes up and gets up to pee. After he's done, Luffy sees many villagers injured and lying on the ground, and when he asks what happened, he learns that Zoro did it. The story then cuts to Princess Vivi, who is fleeing from Mr. 5 and Valentine. On the way, she runs into Miss Monday, the muscular woman. Miss Monday has a good heart and decides to stay and fight against Mr. 5 and Valentine to buy time for Vivi to escape. But sadly, Miss Monday can't hold out for long. She is punched to the ground by Mr. 5. And then, Valentine changes her weight to 10 tons and drops on her from a great height. Valentine's special ability is that she can change her weight to be as light as a feather, and can also make it as heavy as 10 tons. After dealing with Miss Monday, Mr. 5 uses his booger to flick it towards Vivi, but luckily, Zoro arrives in time to save her. Before Zoro can fight Valentine and Mr. 5, Luffy arrives. He's angry at Zoro because Zoro hurt the villagers. At that moment, Luffy doesn't give Zoro a chance to explain and rushes in to fight him. Meanwhile, Mr. 5 and Valentine see a good opportunity and rush towards Vivi, but unfortunately for them, Zoro kicks Luffy, sending him flying into them. Mr. 5 gets very angry and wants to blow Luffy up, but it's unclear what happens. A moment later, Luffy is seen dragging Mr. 5 collar. As for Valentine, she tries to use her 10-ton weight to crush Zoro, but Zoro dodges and she ends up crashing into the ground herself. After that, Zoro and Luffy continue their fight, refusing to stop and talk it out. As for Mr. 5 and Valentine, they haven't learned their lesson and continue to interfere, only to be hit with a super attack from both of them and sent flying far away. The fight between Zoro and Luffy is finally stopped by Nami, who steps in to intervene. After learning the truth, Luffy laughs his head off and blames Zoro for not telling him sooner. After that, Nami continues to negotiate with Vivi, demanding a reward of 1 billion in exchange for taking her to Alabasta. But Vivi sadly explains that her country is not very wealthy right now because they are in the midst of a civil war, and the person behind it all is the leader of Baroque Works. Vivi had infiltrated the group just to investigate. At that moment, Luffy asks who the leader of Baroque Works is. Vivi doesn't dare say the leader's name because it's a secret. If anyone finds out his name, he will kill them. But as they talk, Vivi accidentally lets the name Crocodile, the leader, slip out. Coincidentally, 2 of Baroque Works' messengers are nearby. The messengers for Baroque Works are a vulture and an otter. This means that from now on, they are targets to be killed by Baroque Works. At this point, the most worried person is Nami, because the leader of Baroque Works is one of the 7 warlords of the sea, a famously powerful pirate. And now that they know the leader's name, Baroque Works will send no less than 1,000 agents to kill them. At that moment, Igaram, who is Princess Vivi's royal guard, disguises himself as Princess Vivi. He also has 3 dummy dolls that he uses to represent Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Then, Igaram sets sail for Alabasta first to act as a decoy for the assassins. But not long after his ship departs, someone blows it up in a huge explosion. This means that from now on, the assassins of Baroque Works will start hunting them. Now, Luffy's crew can't stay still any longer. They have to hurry onto their ship to take Vivi to Alabasta. At that moment, a mysterious woman boards their ship. Vivi recognizes her as Miss All Sunday, the right-hand woman of the Baroque Works leader. As soon as they realize this, Luffy's crew surrounds her with their weapons, but she doesn't move and is able to fend them off. At that moment, Miss All Sunday tells them not to panic, because she hasn't yet received orders to kill them. She doesn't tell them what she wants, but she gives Vivi another directional device called an eternal pose. This device points directly to Alabasta, so they don't have to cross many islands. But at that moment, Luffy smashes the device because he trusts Nami as his navigator more. So, Miss All Sunday has nothing else to do. She gets off Luffy's ship and leaves on her own boat, which is a giant turtle. Now, the next destination for Luffy's crew is an island called Little Garden. For now, I will end the story here. Thank you all for watching this story with me. If you think this story is good, please don't forget to like and comment. Also, for those who haven't subscribed to the Monocharanai channel yet, please subscribe and click the bell icon and select all. Thank you again, and I wish you good health and a prosperous future.